Hello everybody, I'm Raphael Perry, and it's time for some more Iratus, Lord of the Dead. Now, I'm just going to quickly check that's all recording good. Yep. And let's get back to it. So, the game is out of early access and I am playing on the more pain difficulty setting, which is easier than the cakewalk. Now, last time when we left it here at the map, deciding which way to go, I believe I'm going to go around this way, heading towards the cultists. However, that elite squad spells trouble, and trouble we want to avoid. This soul spring is well worth taking though, so if we loop around like this, then come up to here, there's elite squad there and there, so if we come this way, we don't want to go to there, so then we come up to here, either taking the shortcut this way or the long way round, depending on how badly damaged we are. Head for these cultists. Don't want to go there, so then we'll come up here, up to here, and there's an elite squad, so we want to go this way. Obviously stick with the cultists, unless there are some more around here. No, so we go for those cultists and around to here. Lovely, and then we'll have finished the first floor. Now then, oh wait. Is there another way up round here? Oh no, silly me, I already established that path. However, before we go, we have enough diggers' souls to build another building. Now, I would like to build either the library, so Iratus can gain more experience, or the excavation site, where we can dig up more body parts to make minions. Well, what have we got so far by way of talents? We have increases the chance to receive uncommon or better parts, and bone spear. So yeah, I'm going to need to create a humble, lowly skeleton for this task.
Bones, just so uninspired, you know.
And now we have body parts being dug up by this skeleton to help us make minions. Our skeleton and zombie are damaged, and we did manage to lose a zombie in the last episode, purely by accident. So let's try to not do that again, eh? This means we'll be taking this party forwards, and in this party the weak link is definitely the fallen Dampier. She is rather fragile this early on. Speaking of which, we are playing on a slightly harder difficulty setting, which means that I will be prioritising health, armour, resistances, blocks and wards for minions to try and keep them alive. Let's see how this goes. And I should have brought the other party of the skeleton. Okay. As you progress upon your I'll do that again, shall I? As you progress upon your journey towards your rightful dominance, you encounter an impressive mustering of resistance. A massive shuffling of feet, and your undead host comes across an even larger host of human slaves. A single dwarf taskmaster is at the head, grinning with darkened teeth as he whips his thralls against you. For the first time in a long time, you realize that you are outnumbered. We can attack them. Retreat. There's another fight up ahead before we can get healing. And this fight won't allow our zombie to heal, because this is a quest fight. Oh well. This is going to be dangerous, but fight it is. Okay. Oh, he has golden armor. He is fancy. Well, Let's feed their delusions. For now. This is going to hurt so much in so many different ways. Right. We want to get rid of that block, so we will use the bone spear for that. Right. And let's hit him while his armor is low, because he will ramp his armor up soon with that shield of his. Nice, a good start. Oh, that's going to be a major problem. Alright. We're going to have to take the hit. Ow. Right. This won't break stances. But one of these. No, I have to upgrade to break stances. Oh well. The Unfrozen is a nice fun minion. I like him. I like his style. Now we're going to use Bloodthirst preemptively, because she's likely to take some damage this fight. So setting up the healing train now is to our great advantage. He still hasn't got any armor yet, so we're going to get in there and knife him up. Oh, a stun as well, that's bad. Okay, I'm going to use Benevolent Spirit. This will heal her, but inflict damage to her on the Lost Soul's next turn. However, that damage will be blocked by the ward. Because she's taking a bit of a pounding at the moment. I did say she was the weak link in the party at the moment, didn't I? Crikey, oh my goodness, okay. And that had to happen. Right. We can't break him out of that, but let's do a bit more damage here on the front.
This wretch.
And let's pull him to the front where we can get him. Oh my god, they are really focusing her down hard. And miraculously that missed. Okay. I don't think we have time to give her wards to protect against healing. But we kind of have to. Let's do some more damage on the front range. So we're going to have to heal. Regrettably. And healing without wards is always dangerous for a Lost Soul. Okay, we're just going to chav stab him. Gotcha. And he's back in his defensive stance again. Right, for our Fallen Dampier, I'm going to go with Mocking Riposte. And I can't target him. It interrupts stances, what a shame. Can't target him then. So now that she's in a riposte stance, she should... No, she needs to upgrade it to heal. Okay. Okay. Right. Will she kill?
Ashes to ashes.
She slew him.
To dust.
However, she's... Oh man, no. This is bad. This is really bad. She is in the danger zone now. When we get to the Lost Soul's turn, will she survive? No, she won't. And that's why she's fragile. Okay, that is a big problem. We'll probably replace her with some kind of more durable minion. And I think I know which one as well. That is disappointing, because getting her to stay alive is the challenge on this difficulty setting. She can be very competent, and when combined with a vampire, very effective, but also doesn't do a very good job of surviving early on. Now, I'm using this ability to steal all of the buffs from the enemies and transform them into offensive buffs for our minions. I'll have to give a proper breakdown on this party in the next fight. But I did say that I would go at a slightly faster pace and, you know, explain things less after the first episode. Right, can we get him finally? Yes, we can. I may actually, depending on the body parts I have available, right. Get him, dog. That's right. And we will use Misleading Beauty, a magical attack that deals 120% damage, but the Lost Soul generally has a low physical damage. Target deals 15% more damage until the end of the battle. That is fine. Because he probably won't get another turn.
Good, good. More materials. Ooh, I didn't think it would be this easy.
So it looks like we're going to be going into our next fight with an injured party, however we do things. Which is a shame.
As your suffering ends, your service begins.
Increase the chance to receive uncommon or better parts by 25%. I'm putting that on. You may be outnumbered, but you still have centuries of tactical knowledge within your immortal mind. You make your minions count for once in their miserable existence. By the end, the dwarf was on his knees, surrounded by mounds of corpses which soon came to life, and his former thralls rip him apart limb from limb. You always had an appreciation for irony. So, one skeleton, one unfrozen. Wait, did we just... Where is our one skeleton and one unfrozen? Did we just get new minions, or do we have... No. I don't think we got our rewards properly there. Yes, we did. What am I talking about? So, let's get our zombie back out of the... Nope, zombie goes back to zombie hospital. And we have some levels to look at. So, before doing that though, we also have 2 talent points. Well, I've already invested 1 in alchemy and 1 in destruction, so it's only fair I place 1 in ire and 1 in magic as well. So for magic, we've been using a lot of mana. I'm going to take Arcana Antediluvia, which will restore an additional 5 mana after every fight.
Spells, hexes, curses, all are at my command.
And then for ire, I will take every time a minion misses with an attack, Iratus gains 3 wrath.
I need nothing but my anger to purge this world.
I'm also going to don the Vagrant's rags before I forget to do so.
It embellishes my undead features.
And then, before leveling minions, I'm going to look at the next fight. So, 2 hunkies, 1 slave master, 1 taskmaster rather, and a guard. And then after that we get to heal. Can we do this with our zombie? I think maybe we can. Well, let's look at these levels. Oh, we have brains. Ah! We can use brains here. So what I will do then is I will create a new Fallen Dampier.
Embrace your true self.
I also want a Bone Golem. Oh, this will be fun. And I'll create a Lich as well. So, leveling. Finally! I know, I took my time getting to it, but here we are. So, the Lost Soul. She is a very unusual minion. She deals a lot of stress damage to our enemies, but she also gives them enhancements and boons. She buffs them up. But then she strips those boons away. So she's giving them kind of false hope false confidence, the feeling that they can achieve a defeat here. So, one of the first 3 skills I should be looking to improve is Inspire Heroics, Benevolent Spirit, and Stream of Delusion. For stats, I can increase armor and resistance, and okay, I cannot increase dodge for this minion. So no evasion, rather. That's interesting. I'm going to go with armor and resistance. The fact that I cannot increase evasion means that this skill increase is very important because it gives her a +3 evasion bonus. Attack is a 1 block, 1 ward, or 2 wards. Okay, so let's look. Inspire Heroics. Stress attack deals 80% damage to the target and an enemy standing behind it. The target gains +10 accuracy until the battle ends, or 100% stress damage, or 80% stress damage but ignores ward. This will give her luck, this will give her dread, and she is predominantly a dread-based minion. Now, Benevolent Spirit is odd. At the start of the next turn, attacks the chosen ally and deals 60% damage. Attack doesn't spend an action. Peace Eternal deals 40% damage, or increased healing. So we can have heal better, hurt better, or heal normal, hurt less. Less? Yes. And this will give her health, which is a little on the low side. I think Stream of Delusion is the one I want to increase. 60% for 2, 45% for 2. That just looks like a really bad option, but it does increase dread. She does need the evasion though, so yes, we will take Psychotic Stream.
Now, prove yourself worthy of my investment.
Psychotic Stream could also be called Psychotic Scream, given that the icon looks like Edvard Munch's The Scream painting. Right, for our Unfrozen, he is an interesting minion. Again, he's cold, he's full of ice, he has a lot of winter and ice themed abilities. However, I would like to upgrade the Ice Spear, which ignores block. I can have it interrupt stances, or target loses a lot of armor. Target armor is a problem, but interrupting stances is a big deal. For stats for him, he can't increase blocks or wards, but he has plenty already. He also can't improve dread. I think he's only got like 1 dread skill, if anything. His health is low, which means he needs armor. And next level we can increase resistance or attack, save it up for vigor. I could go vigor right now, or save that point to go with resistance. Let's give him a bit of health. There we go. Our Fallen Dampier needs a better brain, obviously, to keep her alive. Right. Mocking Riposte deals stress damage to the target, interrupts stances. The Fallen Dampier enters a stance and deals 80% physical damage to any enemy that attacks her. Counterattacks are always critical hits, or counterattacks restore vigor to the Fallen Dampier equal to 33% of the damage dealt, so 33% of 80%.
Serve me well, my minion.
She needs health. She needs blocks, she needs wards, she needs evasion. Let's go with evasion and health. Hopefully that will keep her alive a little bit longer. And then we have the vampire here, who has a lot of, well, a lot of her abilities cost her vigor, and she has ways of regaining vigor. I'm going to be pretty much starting with bite, then getting... I'm not quite going to be going fully down the list in the order that I upgrade her, but let's see. So bite deals 100% damage, right? It's a standard, straight-up physical attack. She's also very much a front-rank minion. You want to keep her to the F4. With deep bite, critical hit will stun target for 1 turn, or savage bite, a critical hit will deal 225% damage. This also increases her luck, which increases her critical chance.
I expect results.
We can also increase her critical chance. But truly, it's the Fallen Dampier who wants to be racking up luck. And let's give her a bit of evasion as well. And some health. There we go. So now, looking forwards to our next encounter, that's a fairly standard enemy group, so we can risk taking in a group of level 1 minions. Zombie finally does go back to Zombie Hospital, and we start looking at the price of upgrading. So we'll need 50 Digger's Souls to improve the Mortuary. Oh, interesting, it closes when I close a preview menu. And we'll want a Spider Lady, Blood Phantasm, or a Wraith. Okay. We'll also be wanting to look to build other things as well. This is dangerous. Is this a really bad idea? This might be a really bad idea. But let's get in there anyway and do some damage. We're also likely to not use very many spells this encounter. So, I see a buff. Our skeleton wants to punish buffs. So, the Lich. The Lich does a lot of damage to random targets. And I did say I should be looking at minion skills, so after the last fight I will do that. So, Bone Shards. A magical attack deals a greater than average amount of damage to a random enemy, so total random target. Now, there is another minion who has even more random target attacks, but we'll get to him later. Command Undead. The selected ally gains 14 attack and 14 dread for 2 turns. Does not stack, but very nice. And then Sacrifice. Kills an ally. Literally kills them. Not a skill I'm likely to use very often, but if I have a minion that's really badly injured, I might consider it. The Lich and all allies gain 40 vigor. Well, for now, I'm going to go with Command Undead. And I'm going to pop it on... Oh no, it's going to move him forwards. I'll put it on the Bone Golem. Now, as for our Unfrozen, we have Ice Wave, which is a magic attack which strikes the first 2 targets. Deals 40% damage. A magic attack will bypass armor completely. Targets lose -2 initiative for 2 turns. Nice skill, right? Ice Spear. Physical attack deals 85% damage, ignores block. We're not going to see a lot of enemy blocks this early on, but it's a good skill. And if I upgrade it to interrupt stances, which I haven't done with this Unfrozen, then it becomes quite a useful skill later on. Call of Winter is a magical attack, so that's 2 magical and 1 physical so far. Target receives 30% more damage from all sources for 2 turns, and pulls them forwards a position. So that is a nice skill for softening someone up. Shattering Cold destroys target trap on the player's side. Right, some enemies can place traps on our positions, which give us... I can't remember if we got to see traps. In fact, This enemy can place traps on our positions. Can't target the position containing the unfrozen, so this just destroys the trap. When this gets upgraded, it does other things as well. Cold Embrace is a bit of a weird one because it's kind of counterintuitive. Freezes target minion for 2 turns. While frozen, the minion recovers 12 vigor. Taking damage removes the freeze and completely negates the damage. So the problem with this, as with actually one of the spider skills, is that you put it on a badly hurt minion and they're going to heal a bit, but people start hitting them and there's not much you can do about it. Removes ignition. Some enemies can set us on fire. In fact, some allies can set us on fire. So having the ability to put the fires out is really useful. And then we have Winter is Close. A magical attack which deals 100% damage to the target and an enemy behind it, and they lose free initiative for 2 turns. Interestingly enough, as we level the Unfrozen, the developers really seem to want us to improve his initiative a lot. So he will get faster as his enemies freeze and shiver. For now though, I do not like this guard. I want to make him vulnerable to other attacks. Because we want to slay him and remove his stance. Right, the Bone Golem. The Bone Golem is one of the most durable minions we can have. It is solid, it's got a lot of health, 165 vigor, and skills that really work for it. So, Destroy! A physical attack which deals 80% damage, and deals an additional 1 point of damage for every 8 missing vigor. Now, to be clear, this is every 8 points of vigor the Bone Golem is missing, not every 8 points the target is missing. Maim. Oh, wait. It might be the other way around then. So Destroy could be good at taking down wounded enemies. That's changed since early access. Right, so Maim is a physical attack which deals 75% damage, interrupts stances, and the target loses 1 attack for every 10 vigor points the Bone Golem is missing for 2 turns. So we will probably be using this on this guard here. Nefarious Engine moves the Bone Golem forwards and it regains 10% of its total vigor, in this case 16.5. Bone Armor, use it on another minion, the target gains +2 blocks until the battle ends, and the Bone Golem loses 25 vigor to do this, which then of course ties in to possibly Destroy and definitely Maim. Self-Destruct. Deals damage to targets equal to 100% of the Golem's missing vigor, meaning the more damage he's taken, the more damage he's going to do. The Golem can't miss with this attack and dies after using it. Now, given that we're trying to get our minions to gain levels and stay alive for as long as possible, I am not going to be using this skill unless the Bone Golem is extremely badly wounded, at which point it would probably obliterate most of the foes opposing it. And then finally, for his Wrath skill, we have Splintering March, a physical attack that strikes all foes for 60% damage, has a 25% chance to stun targets for 1 turn. And there's no stun resistance, so it is a flat up 25%, and the Golem loses 25 vigor. So we have immediately 1, 2, technically 3 skills that cause the Bone Golem to lose vigor. We have Nefarious Engine to replenish that vigor again. And we're going to try and maim this guard now. And we wrecked his stance. This is perfect. We now have a trap on our side, thanks to the Taskmaster. Let's attack a random target. There we go. Lovely. And we have the Unfrozen coming up soon. And we will use cold embrace, no, shattering cold to just shatter that trap. There we go, lovely. Well, it's not quite so lovely for our poor skeleton here. Let's do some stress damage. I see you. We can reach him there. Lovely. Whoa, that's a lot of damage. Okay, a new trap. Oh no. Okay. I'll take a random target again. Oh, he is not long for this world. Oh, stunning the bone golem is not ideal. We'll have to do something about that. We'd better break that trap. I probably didn't need to break that one, to be honest, because the trap's mainly going to deal damage to us if we move. Okay. Okay, you got me again. There we go.
It would be this easy.
Ooh, and he is now experiencing weakness. -5 initiative. Decreased damage dealt by 25%. Damage received is increased by 25%. Okay, so he is easy fodder. And not a high priority. Plus 20 accuracy. You know what? Unassuming strike can't get the third position. Let's just get that shield up. Draw a little enemy attention and hope that he survives. We do have Ice Spear, which is awesome. So we'll use that. And random target did not get him. Right. Bone Golem, Splintering March. Let's do this. Do some big damage. We got a stun. That's good enough. Oh, nice. We want to work on that armor rating for that skeleton. Oh, can we take him down? Apparently not. Worth a shot, I suppose. Right, you get up to the front.
Was your first mistake. Opposing me? Your last.
Okay, dragging him up to the front was less than ideal. We can set everyone on fire, though. And then we will obviously want to heal a bit. And then use the Unfrozen to put the fire out. It's interesting that some of our minions resisted the fire. Well, no, the skeleton's going to resist it anyway. Oh, and we had a ward there. This all makes total sense now. So we want to improve you. And then we want to put the fire out. Lovely. And you dealing damage to him breaks him out of his frozen state, which is great. I'm not sure we can keep him alive until the Bone Golem's turn, so we'll just try and finish him off now. With a concentration of attacks from our minions. There we go.
My will is a tide that will wash away your pathetic civilizations.
So we gained another talent, but up ahead we have a Fountain of Restoration. And what I think I want to do is I can restore 4 minions to full health here. So if I just swap this skeleton for that lich, send this party up ahead, and replenish vigor for minions. There we go. Then I'll swap them back again. Right, we have leveling. So our lich loves the damage. Loves the damage so much he's going to take it this level. This Unfrozen, give him a bit of evasion, a bit of health. This skeleton, give him some armor and resistance. And for the bone golem... Wow. I mean, armor and resistance would be really good for bone golem as well, but let's go attack and vigor first. Alright. What kind of fight is this up ahead? Oh, the miner means this group isn't ready to face a miner yet, neither is this one. With 41 diggers' souls, we can build a new building in the graveyard. But we do have another talent point to spend. I'm going to be greedy and go with architecture buff, because we're going to need all the diggers' souls that we can get.
Transformation, the will becomes free.
So again, I'm clearly playing the long game here. I'm going to suffer in the early campaign, but things will definitely start looking up in the future. What do I want to build next? The library, without a doubt. So we want a Dark Knight.
Hardly an inspiring leader, but irrelevant for the armies of undead.
So he will be a bit like Lord Soth, reading all the Dragonlance books.
How unfortunate that I need to rely on mortal knowledge to recover my powers. It's akin to trying to quell hunger with breadcrumbs.
So now, Iratus will gain 32 plus 8% of whatever he needs to level. Currently, 110 to 200, so 90. So he would get 32 plus 8% of 90, which is like 7 point something. Oh no, because it's 110 of 2. No, of 200. So 32 plus 16 would be 48. Yeah. All right. And there's more diggers' souls up there. So we're going to take this team because of the miner and his propensity for attacking twice. And we will place one of these two in here. I'm going to go for Lost Soul because she's slightly more delicate than the Unfrozen. Speaking of which, I need to differentiate these two. Oh god. No, I'll have to live with them looking the same for now. Then again, isn't there a building upgrade that I can use the Unfrozen for? Yes, there is! I'll put him in there in a bit then to avoid confusion. Right. Off we go to battle and our dwindling mana supplies. Okay, so we need to take it easy on the spells for a bit. Braxtor, the skeleton. Strip him of his block. And punish those buffs. Or one of them. Right. There's no stances yet, so we're just going to start shooting. The miner is the heavy damage dealer here. So he is a high priority. Again, high priority gets hit. I'm probably over-focusing on him, to be honest. But when it comes to the zombie's turn, focusing will be the last thing that I will do. So, predictable stance there. We're going to go with Buckshot and hit these three. And now we know his armor is good enough to block Buckshot. We'll just go for the front three next time. Right. Braxtor. Strike him down!
Part of the breathless tide.
I like it. I like it. We have a rose for a lady would be really lovely, but the warning shot is much more important right now. And Abyssal Hunger, because the Daft Invader needs to recover some of his vigor. I mean, he's just lost some again. That makes up for... Oh, you know what? We'll just set these two on fire. You missed? You missed this bloke? Okay, fine. Oh well. Could be worse, I suppose. And we have buffs to punish. And this is good because he can stun us, so we do need to take him down quite quickly. Now let's damage everyone!
Ah, your frail bodies fail you.
I don't like that accuracy reduction. Let's get some mana back instead. Oh, zombie's looking a bit delicate there, so we're going to use the skeleton to protect him in a little while. Clearly our zombie's damage needs increasing. However, more importantly, his armor also needs increasing right about now because he is getting hit a few times. Let's just take him out. And then strike this armoured individual. And zombie, could you set them both on fire again, please? That'd be lovely. And now the Taskmaster is ablaze. Wish we had an unfrozen here to remove that trap. Oh well, never mind. There's a buff to smite. Not that we smote it very effectively. Let's deal some damage here.
Nice shot, sweetie.
Oh, and he's still alive. 8. Yeah, he ain't going to be alive on his next turn. We don't need to worry about hurting that guard anymore. He's burned to a cinder. And shoot him with a pistol. Oh, so close. Wow, our zombie really needs protection. Okay, we'll just take him down. There we go.
Oh, you know, if this keeps up, I'll be done purging the world ahead of schedule.
So, with our zombie's tendency to take heavy damage, we are going to want to be increasing his armor next time he levels. Right. Elsinore will gain a skill upgrade. Chest Piercer is a frequently used skill, so it's a good one to upgrade. We can have Heart Piercer, which deals a lot of damage on critical hits, or Lung Piercer, which will stun targets apart from bosses on critical hits. I don't know if the critical hit will deal some extra base damage anyway, but critical hits often ignore blocks and wards. I'm going to go with this one for the massive damage, because I can't rely on the stuns. At least not with her 14% luck. This would raise it to 16. I mean, we could go 18, we could go 22 luck and improve it 7 times. So we could give her like 30, 35-ish luck maybe. Right now though, she does need health because she's in a vulnerable place with regards to her vigor levels. I will go for the big damage, because sometimes we just need it. Braxtor. Oh. So. I'm going to upgrade Astounding Fortitude to, I think, Unnerving Fortitude. Deals stress damage back at everyone. Thing is, not everyone can be affected by stress. There are a few enemies who can... Ally gets attack and dread, or just more. Yeah, we'll go with the +1 armor, +1 resistance for our skeleton here, because we want to keep him alive. Also, giving him an extra point of armor will hopefully improve his survival chances. Dreknik, the zombie, will need some looking after. And the Daft Invader himself, 40% of armor, 60% of armor. I like this. I like this a lot. So hang on. 12 to 14. So that is 18 to 22. And that is 18 to 28. Let's take it.
My enemies are in for a nasty surprise.
And, oh look, let's just increase that damage a bit, shall we? There we go. Alright. We want you back out, and the zombie goes in. We have a new talent point, which is lovely. Right, magic, whip, haste. So we're starting to want a kind of active ability. Destruction, cursed doll would be useful in a little while. Minions receive +3 dread. You know what, that's quite nice. I will get the whip though because it unlocks things.
Hey, I want to show you a little magic trick.
And it might also help me to reposition after a nasty incident. Alright, let's go pick up these diggers' souls then. 31 is nice. And then that group is pretty much the last enemy group we've faced, to be honest. Let's do some building though. I want to build the arena, which means I need a skeleton. We do have a new skeleton here,
Become much sturdier when you strip them of their vital organs.
but I'm holding on to him because he may come in useful. So in the arena we can train minions.
All memories and useful skills from the subject. However, new knowledge can be taught through the application of controlled combat.
Why am I saving this point? This costs 3, the accuracy would be nice. We also want blocks and rewards though, so actually yes. Our Lich is supposed to be knowledgeable, so let's put him in there to gain a little experience. And we do have a fight up ahead, but I believe I've been recording for a decent amount of time now, and this is a good moment to end the episode. I hope you've all enjoyed this one. Sorry that I rushed things a little bit at times, and I will look forward to seeing you all in the next one. I'll say bye-bye for now, and cheerio!